Hi Sagittarius, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let, flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So we got two cards that have come out. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Justice card in reverse. And this just flipped over, and that is the Hermit. So let's think about this. Something is still out of balance. Something in your emotions is still out of balance, and you're going inside to figure out what it is. Knight of Wands. So something is not moving forward, and something like you're waiting on an offer, you're waiting on something, and it's got you a little, I don't feel like I'm super stressed out. It's got you a little aggravated more than anything. It's kind of like, ugh, why is this not happening yet? Why are we not moving forward on this? Or why haven't they gotten back with me yet? This is the weirdest. This is weird. It feels like I'm like, you're waiting to hear back from like disability or something. Like you've put in for disability and you're waiting to hear from them, or you're waiting to hear from a lawsuit, or you're waiting to hear from a job offer, or something. You're waiting to hear from something that you that will help you move forward and kind of breathe easier is the feeling. And so right now, so the feeling with the Hermit card, it makes me feel like you're like going, okay, I'm going to meditate on this, and I'm going to see if I can figure out why this isn't happening. And I know that my stress about this is not helping matters. So I need to make this go away so I can make this happen. I think you understand the importance of having your head on straight, and the importance of having your emotions in place and your vibrations in a certain place. You get that now. So you know that the fact that the outside world hasn't started showing up yet has something to do with your inside world. And that makes me feel like that's why you're like, okay, I'm going back to the drawing board again. I'm going to go back into hermit mode. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to figure out what I am doing to slow down the process. I don't feel like I need any more of these cards. So, there's my emotions flow. So let's just get some emotions about this and see if the emotions cards are in agreement with what I think is going on here. So, too many. Okay, so not irritated. So the irritated in reverse. So it's not, so like I said, it's not got you super stressed out. Maybe a little smidgen irritated. It's more like a confused feeling. It's like going, God, I thought I was doing everything right. So why is this not showing up in the outer world just yet? So I'm going to keep going with the emotions. Loving in reverse. So you're not loving this experience that you're having. It's kind of like you're trying to accept it. You're trying to appreciate it. You're trying to understand this is a lesson for you. But at the same time, you're kind of like, why don't I have this figured out yet? So, like I said, it's not like super loving. So like one day it's like, you're like, I'm really, really trying to feel loving about this. And this also could be a situation with another person, because it's like you're trying to feel love towards this person that may be causing a little angst or anxiety in your life at the same time too. And you're like going, if I feel love, it'll show up in return. Inspired in the reverse position. So it's got you a little closed down on your creative side. So I'm just going to keep going with this. What other emotions are we feeling around this lack of forward movement that it's like, it's coming. I'm going to say it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There might be a little bit of debris in the mental space that is slowing things down or slowing down the flow. Debris in the mental space that is slowing down the flow. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Is it's kind of like you need to open up some windows and get the energy moving somehow, some way. Okay, emotions. What are emotions that we're feeling here? Stuffy. I feel like stuffy. and it's almost like the more you think about it, the worse you're making it, because resistant. The more you think about what's not working, the more you're like, it's like you're closing down the energy flow. So the best advice that I can give you in this situation is go out and have some fun and get your mind off of it, because that will open things up. And I do this in my lives on Sunday nights a lot, when I was talking about, like, when I realized like my emotions were like up and down and up and down, and I was like, oh my God, I have got to have more fun in my life, or I've got to eat more high vibrational foods, because my vibrations were low, which was causing the thing that I was really wanting to come into my life not to. So it was like I flipped the script in my head, and I was like, I have got to raise my vibrations as if my life depended on it. And I feel like this is a case of your vibrations are not like, you're not like down in the dumps where you're like a 1 and you're laying in bed all day and crying your heart out or anything like that. It's a small tweak that I feel like needs to happen. I'm looking for, oh, there they are. We're going to use my vibrations cards today, which hopefully by the next time I do a reading, I'll have the actual vibrations cards that I made up that are at the printers right now out and able to use in the open for my card readings instead of my little homemade ones. Okay, so do we not have any more emotions coming out here? Okay, fine. So let's do that, because right now it feels like feels like you might be your own worst enemy in this case, because you're spending all of this time thinking about, why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? And that's making it worse. So it's almost like you need to get your mind off of this to open it up and get things moving again. So what can you do to open your mind up, open the flow back up, the energy flow, get the flow going, get the resistance out of the way? What can you do to make this happen? Instead of sitting and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and thinking about why it's not working, which is perpetuating it not working. The flow going. Okay, so what kind of things do you need to do to raise your vibrations right now? Oh, we got lots of stuff coming out, so that's a good sign. There's 4. Sometimes I can't get cards to come out for nothing. And then today, okay, so self-worth. The first thing is, know that you're worth having what you are waiting for. So there could be some of that thing of like going, you know, like maybe you were waiting on a job offer and you got this thing in your brain of like going, oh my God, you know, I probably didn't do a very good job, and maybe they found somebody else. And so you kind of went in with this like maybe negative attitude. And that could be part of the thing that's squashing down your flow fruit. So this is making me think you probably need to have more high vibrational foods. Your vibrations might be low, you haven't been eating right or whatever. So I'm going to say fruits, vegetables, nuts, less processed food, whatever it is that's going to make you feel better physically. Because remember, I'm always talking about, think of your body like a science project. And if I had a machine and I hooked up to you, what would you be vibrating at? If you're vibrating at a 1, you're not going to bring very much stuff of good in, because like the good stuff is up here and your body's down here. There's a mismatch there. So you got to bring things up to get the mismatch out of the way. This also says balance, and we already got the Justice card being in reverse makes me think that there are things out of balance. So you are feeling a little out of balance, and maybe it is a matter of you just need to have more fun in your life, and you just need to get your mind off of this and quit overthinking it. And the confidence came out. So that's kind of a lot like confidence and self-worth to me is very similar. So quit doubting that give yourself a break. This doesn't have anything to do with you being less than. This is strictly a case of you're just questioning, it's like there's nothing wrong with you. So stop thinking that something is wrong with you. I want to say, just quit thinking something is wrong with you, and that's why this isn't coming. It's not a matter that anything is wrong with you. You are perfect exactly the way you are. It's just that there's some debris left in your brain and your energy field. Okay, yeah, there's debris left in your brain and your energy field that might be slowing things up a little bit. So what else something else just came out. You need some more hugs. So maybe you just need to, go hang out with some friends and release the thinking about this and have some fun and just do something to make yourself feel better, period. There's nothing wrong with doing things to make yourself feel better. Okay, so we're at 11 minutes. Let me think about, okay. So these are what I use as energy leaks. And so this next question will be, what's some of the debris that's still left in your system that might be holding up this forward movement? Because that's what you need to know right now. It's like you may go, yeah, I know I got something, but I'm not really sure what it is. But if you have the exact thing that you need to know, what is the holdup or what is the problem that I need to release, that you might be able to go, oh yeah, you're right. That is something that I think about a lot. So what is the debris that needs to be swept out of the corners, get the energy moving? What's the debris that's blocking the energy flow? Forgiveness. Look at God. We got a bunch of stuff. Okay. So you need to forgive somebody. You probably need to forgive yourself for not doing things perfectly in the past. And there could be people in your life that you need to forgive that maybe fucked you over once upon a time. I use this phrase, and it comes from the Bible, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. People do stuff from old programming all the time that may not be beneficial for you, and they did it because they didn't know any better. Get over it. Get over it. Dissipating. This makes me think that, let me think about that. If this is stuff that's, the debris is dissipating. All right. So that's just all they're going to say is like, you are getting better. The things that have held you down in the past is dissipating. Doesn't mean everything's 100% perfect. It doesn't mean that you've got everything figured out and all of a sudden everything is going to start showing up just perfectly, but you're better than you used to be. And you need to give yourself credit for that. You need to think about where you have grown over the last year, 2 years, 5 years, where you were at 5 years ago versus where you are at now. And know that negative energy is dissipating. The universe does not bring people things that they are not grateful, more things to people that are not already grateful. Why would the universe bring you more money if you're not grateful for the money that you have? Why would the universe bring you more love in your life if you're not grateful for the love that you do have? Why would the universe bring you more health if you're not grateful for the health that you have? Think about that. You've got some guilt about something too. That makes me feel like maybe you've done people wrong in the past and you feel guilty about that. If you feel like you need to apologize, maybe that will make you feel better. If you've done things in the past that were not on the up and up, Maybe if you apologize, it'll make you feel better. Or maybe you just need to forgive yourself. Again, that story of Father, forgive me for they know not what they do. You were working on old programming at that point in time, and you were doing the best that you could do. So don't beat yourself up for things that you did when you didn't know better. Bittersweet. Let me think about this. So this is stuff that, okay, so for whatever reason, so this is what the feeling is. When you leave your old life, and the old life is the way that you used to do things, you know, and the friends that maybe you used to have in your life, when you move into the new way of doing things and following your heart and following the way the universe wants you to go, you're going to leave certain people behind, perhaps jobs, things that maybe you did like your whole life, and suddenly it doesn't fit anymore. And there is some bittersweet. It's like, this person no longer fits in my life, and we were best buddies for 10 years. And so there could be some bittersweet feeling about that. It's like, God, I'm going to miss that person because we used to do this on Friday nights. We used to do this, but it doesn't fit in your life anymore. You're going to find new people, places, and things to replace into this new life that is coming. So know that, and, you know, just understand, when you change from who you used to be to where you are going, there are going to be some changes. I feel like I want one more thing that might be in the closet that needs to be swept out, that might be holding down the flow, a little bit of blockage. Discovery. I feel like that is being open to not knowing what is coming and looking at it as kind of like some excitement. And this is an experience, and I don't know what's coming. There's a mystery box in front of me, and look at it as a positive experience, because there's two ways to look at it. If you do not know what's coming and you do not know where you're going, you can have a lot of fear around that. You can have fear of like, going, oh my God, my stability, I don't know what's going to happen. And it can freak the living crap out of you. It can make you lose sleep at night. Or you can flip that script around in your head and you can go, this is going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see how the universe is going to bring this about and how this is going to happen. And when you look at it that way, that automatically raises your vibrations, versus looking at it the other way of like, oh my God, I don't know what's coming and this is scaring the crap out of me. So flip how you're looking at the unknown and as a potential exciting discovery, instead of oh God, I'm going to like fall off the side of the cliff here and it's going to be painful. Flip the script. Okay, so I want to do one last thing from the universe. What can we look forward to? These, I guess. Oop. Last words from the universe for Sagittarius. I like this reading a lot. This is a very positive, to me, helpful for me. I don't know if anybody else out there is a Sagittarius that gets a benefit, let me know. But I'm Sagittarius moon, so I like completely understand what is going here. And I like this advice that's coming out, because this is this makes me feel better about what's going on in my life. And this is the exact kind of stuff that I keep trying to tell myself. So what else does the universe have? Last words of advice for Sagittarius for first part of October. There's one. There's two. All right, first one is steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So remember, I said you've made progress. Think about where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Think about how far you have come. When you get in those days of, oh my God, I can't believe this isn't working out the way I wanted to, think about where you were 5 years ago. You're a lot closer now than you were then. Have confidence. Oh, second confidence word that came out. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. All right, so it sounds like there's some lack of confidence going on with Sagittarius right now that could be causing some of those doubts to come up, that could be like slowing down the energy flow. Like, oh my God, do I really have the brains and the smarts to make this happen and pull this off? I'm working on a new project, something that is completely new to me. And I do not know what I'm doing, but I have to keep reminding myself that I can figure this out. I can figure this out. And Marie Forleo has a book out that just came out, is Everything is Overcomable. And I have to remember, I am in a different place than I was when I failed 10, 15 years ago at another project that I was working at. I didn't go about it the same way. I didn't follow my heart. I was going about it completely differently. So have confidence that you can figure this out, whatever it is you're trying to figure out. Okay, one more. Time to go. The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. So I think that's it. That feels like that's it for this. So keep your chin up, guys, and just figure, I started to say, figure out what's in the debris closet. But at the same time, the advice here was quit thinking about it so much and go out and have some fun. So apparently the more you think about it, the worse it's making it. So let's not get caught up on the details. Anyway, I will see you guys middle of October. Have a great month. Bye.